Do 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 do. Yep, that's all good. Let's double check everything here. It should all be good because it's the same craft file and the last craft file was fine. Let's just watch our flight parameters this time because we were a little bit all over the place during the last launch. Yeah, it's not a huge. It wasn't a huge issue, but still. Okay, all checks are complete. Let's pause the music. Let's pause the music. Let's get ready for a launch. Okay, I'm trying to think of anything else I need to do. I feel like I'm starting to get complacent a little bit today, so it's getting to the dangerous level of I'm so confident I'm gonna miss something in the checklist. And do you know what we should do? I should do a checklist for all of my boosters, but that's just even more work that I don't necessarily want to deal with right now. Oh, I know. Let's key in our launch abort system. The launch abort is now active. Launch abort has been armed. We're standing by on a T-minus 90-second hold. Whilst liquid oxygen is being fueled into the vessel. It's just time warp again. Oh, actually. Yeah, the throttle turned itself off. Is that because... Oh, it's because I time warped. Of course, I fizz warp. Okay. Alright, well, we're at a, like, arming the launch abort sequence. Our launch abort has been armed. We're in a T-minus 90-second hold. Stand by to release the hold. On my mark. Boreas is go. Pollux is go. Is chat go? Wombles go. Is chat go? I'm going to say chat's go. Releasing 90-second countdown hold. T-minus 90 seconds. Discounts go. Oxload is complete. I just hear people outside in someone's garden and just yell, "Yay!" T-minus 60 seconds. Vehicle is on internal power. I could really do with like a sound effect thing for this part of the launch. That could be really fun. We could like turn it on and like be vehicle is on internal power. I don't know, just like a sound effect. That'd be pretty fun. I know Rocket Guy has a sound effect when he does it. He like properly role plays it out. I'm not as good as him though. T-minus 30 seconds. Engine chill has begun on the main booster stage. T-minus 15. Prepare for terminal count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Ignition. And liftoff of the Boreas. The third launch of Boreas. Reaching out to space, training our Kerbals. Roll program complete. Starting initial pitch over program. Starting initial pitch over maneuvers, I should say. We were already in the right place. Allison doesn't look happy down here, look. Vehicle is throttling back for maximum dynamic pressure. The vehicle is now at max Q. That is the maximum amount of pressure acting on the vehicle. Go at throttle up. Side boosters have successfully shut off and jettisoned. Let's pitch over a little bit more. Don't just copy Stowaway. Their launch commands were awful. I don't know what Stowaway is. Is that the speaky mod? So I know there's like a speaky mod that just sounds. I've never liked it. Oh, no, you mean Stowaway as in the film. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's a reason why those launch commands were not accurate. I think that's just because they wanted it to sound accurate because they had like max Q at like random things. So they wanted it to sound good, but obviously the writers know nothing about rocket science. In fact, Scott Manley advised on that film. So he probably advised saying, well, like during the launch, the vehicle would go through maximum dynamic pressure and things like that. But I don't think he had anything to do with the actual script writing itself. We have Biko. Stowaway was an okay film. I thought it was fine. Yeah, 10 minutes after they got to space. I know, right, Discount? Stand by for second engine start. We have second engine start. Yeah, no, yeah, they had all sorts, and they had the main booster going all the way into space and then docking with the thing as well, and it was like, why is the main booster... And so if it's docking with the space station, why does the booster have landing legs? Like, what the fuck? It was obvious that the art department had kind of like copy and pasted a Falcon 9 booster and said, well, that's what space things look like these days, so I'm going to put this in my film. Stand by for LES jettison. We have LES jettison confirmed. So yeah, no, I agree with you. It was not accurate, but I didn't think it was too painful to watch, honestly. Sometimes when they're really bad, I really struggle to watch them. But that's only because I know so much now, right? I think to a layman's that it's not going to detract away from the film. Now, I did kind of like Stowaway. I thought the film was pretty good. I liked the fact that they were really optimistic throughout the film, and they were like, no, there was always a character that says, no, we must do this. We must save as many people as possible. What I didn't like about it, and maybe this is my own prejudice, is the fact that they didn't have a happily ever after. I was really hoping that they would. I hate it when Hollywood does these sort of films and it's always a grim, dark ending. I'm just bored of it. I'm bored of that. I'm sorry. I thought it was a decent film. There was a lot of errors and things in the science, but I don't think it's really that much of an issue if they have launch commands off from Stowaway. It was okay as a retelling of the whole Lost at Sea kind of premise. Yeah. And it's also, I guess, relevant because all sorts of things are happening towards Mars and stuff now, so I guess Mars is relevant. It's just, I don't know. There's just times where you're thinking, what the fuck are these characters doing? Why are they doing this? Needed the alternative ending. I thought the final act was just weak. I just thought it was weak because it was just like, well, now we've got to go and climb across this, do this EVA to do this one thing that we never envisioned us ever needing before. No. If this was ever a possibility, they would have trained for this possibility and they would have done it. Although I suppose it's not NASA, right? The whole point was that the company was like this really bad private company that doesn't really care. They care about the paychecks. They don't really care about. So they're already pushing everything to like whatever. There were good moments during the launch sequence though. There was one moment in particular that I really was like, huh, that's really interesting. I mean, I understood what was going on there. They were saying, oh, we're low on delta V. We're a little bit low on thrust or whatever. We're not going to quite make orbit. And they say, do you want to abort? No, we'll be okay. We've got enough, but we're just under. And it's that's because of the extra mass of the stowaway. It's like, that makes sense. Wow, well done. Yeah, what hats off to you. That generally makes sense. The fact that came up as an error. And that because the mass has changed. There's an extra person on board that shouldn't have been there. But the fact that he was unaccounted for prior to the launch, that wouldn't happen. I don't know. There was a lot of weak, Deus Ex Machina Hollywood things that went on in that film, but I enjoyed it. I just thought the ending ruined it. Honestly, I generally thought it was the ending that was the main problem. Yeah, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a movie fan and a science fiction nut. I still think to this day the best space film drama, best film set in space to this day is Apollo 13. And that's because most of everything is fairly accurate. In fact, they left things out because they were it was so ridiculous in Apollo 13. None of this, let's make things up to make it feel like this or whatever. Well, I mean, they did make a lot of the stuff up, like with the personal relationships and stuff with each other. But, like, the drama between Swigart and the rest of the crew and how he came in the last minute because... who had the measles? Can't remember. Because he had the measles. Whatever. Like that friction was never there. I guarantee that. Oh, it might have been there, but they were way too professional to let it get in the way. And I can forgive a little bit of the artistic license. To be fair, in cinema you do need that artistic license. Yeah. Anyway, let's separate the core stage from Pollux. We have a clean Pollux deploy here. I hate these solar panels. Why are they always broken? Huh. Let's hit 0. Do you know what I realize when we deploy this? This fairing technically stays in orbit. It doesn't because it's not a persistent file, right? Like, it's not a file in the game. But that fairing, that piece of fairing, when we've designed this, that stays in orbit. That comes to orbit and stays there as a piece of debris. That's not good design. Oh, I did it the wrong way. I was supposed to go up here, but oh well. It was supposed to be up here. I pointed it in the wrong heading degree, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's gonna delete. I like to try and force that to land splashdown. Anyway, doesn't matter. How much delta V do we have? 1,800 meters a second. Excellent. I've got a notification. Okay. Okay. Yes. That's what I'm saying to that. Yes. Sorry, I had a Discord notification. I was just reading it through real quick. Here, let's do... Just pull that up. I always get this burn here in the wrong position. No matter how many times I play, I always get the mun burn in the wrong position. It's weird. We only have to orbit, so I'm not going to do like a super low orbit. Well, we'll go for 50 kilometers. Thereabouts. Fine, we'll do 30 kilometers. Whatever. You convinced me. It's time warp to this. Dude. Look at the gimbal wibble. How do you lock staging again? Someone was telling me how to lock staging and I've forgotten how to do it. How do you do it? How do you lock staging? What are the controls for it? Shift? It's not, it can't be shift, because shift is throttle, so it must be Alt L. Yes, Alt L. Yeah, shift is the throttle up. So it wouldn't be that. Unless you've changed your keybinds for throttle up. I like this music. This is good. It's good stuff. Stand by for transmunar injection burn. Oh, this is inside. Ah. I'm gonna re-enter through this visual next because I think last time I re-entered through this visual, through the Capella, because we're actually in the Capella now. This is the Capella, right? And I came back. Technically, I'm inside the inside the cockpit there. The visuals are. So we'll do that. We have transmunar injection burn has begun. Where's the Mun? Where is Mun? Should be on the horizon. Should be rising. Have you played with fireworks yet? Someone else was talking about fireworks. I assume they were added to the main game. It's not been added to the game yet. Someone was talking about fireworks and stuff. earlier. Has there been an update on Kerbal? No. No Kerbal yet. No Kerbal update. It'll be in the next update, I think. Ten-year celebration edition video tease. Was it? Oh, okay. It's not in the game, at least not that I've seen. If they've added something to the game, I've completely missed it. That's... Wait. Holy crap, it is 10 years. Holy mother of God. God, that is... Jesus. Okay, I'm old. And I've been playing this game for... I've been playing this game for 6 years then. So I played the released version when that came out. That was... The game had already been out for 4 years. I knew about the game. Shut up. I will never shut up. Ever. You clearly don't know me. Who are you and what have you done with Discount? You're not old. You're only as old as you feel. Isn't that the saying? I feel old, so therefore I'm old. And yes, I can use that saying to prove a point. Screw anyone who's trying to tell me otherwise. I'll do as I please. There we go. We have trans-lunar injection burn shutdown. I have 1,000 meters a second left. I'm not gonna need 1,000 meters a second. I could also do a flyby of Minmus and come back from a flight, and then do a free return around Minmus to come back. If I wanted to. I couldn't have done that in my Minmus mission though, and I couldn't have done that in the last mission because I ran out of Delta V. So I can do it with this one though. In both instances, I ballsed up basically. You have a lot of Delta V for operations. Yeah, so this craft is designed to be able to return from Duna, not just on the transfer window, but like multiple times. It's a lifeboat. That's what this was designed for. This capsule was designed as a lifeboat, so it's supposed to have high amounts of Delta V. I'm now using this. I'm going to use this as other things. But the original design was the lifeboat for the Duna station for this capsule. I needed a 4-man return capsule from Duna, and I didn't want to just rely on the transfer window. I wanted to have the ability of bringing the Kerbals back whenever I felt like it. So I put 1,800 meters a second of Delta V in the trunk. Why wouldn't I? Now it can return whenever I want it to. If I really wanted to, I think this could go to Duna, Circleize, and then come back. I think. How much does it take to Circleize around Duna? Capitals. 360. Should be good. Yeah, it can Circleize around Duna and then come back. Oh, plus the extra... Actually, yeah, no. Think about it, Womble. I've only used 830 meters a second right now. I mean, I'd have to get Boreas to put the capsule in a higher orbit. Higher preliminary orbit to shave off extra delta V. Because the second stage is capable, so... In fact, that second stage could do, like, part of the burn or something like that, and then just, like, jettison it just before burnout of those engines, and then do, like, kind of a radial out or something so that it falls back into the atmosphere. And then this can do everything else. Yeah, and it's a capable capsule. That's what I'm saying, basically. I don't think I would want to use this capsule to go to Duna and back on its own. I don't think I'd want to do that. But it can, if it needs to, I can do that. Inside the correct transfer window, obviously. But I will also use this as a capsule to dock to if I ever make a station around the Mun. It's not a priority, but I can also use that capsule to dock with a station around the Mun and transfer Kerbals out to these places and stuff. I love watching the satellites go around, man. It's so fun. In Time Warp, it's fun just watching them dance around the Mun. Alright, this will be the last manned launch today, I think. This could actually be the last thing I do, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit aware. I'm feeling fairly rough in the throat, and I'm a little bit tired. I've had a long day at work, so we'll see. We have Mun circularization complete. Bum, 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 bum. Let's send them back. Definitely not that. That would be bad. Hey, you know what? $35, perfect. And time warp. I love watching these satellites dance around each other and stay equally apart from each other. And look at the signal, like it's just skimming the surface. I've done really well with those satellites. Not that we really need them with the stuff that although no, they are using them. They're using Munsat 250003 and then GKRS02. Nice. So we are actually using the satellites. We're using them.